worried to like sniff my snot back in my body because I feel like it's gonna be spicy. I'm Emily Rodger.
And I'm Nick Parle.
And you're watching Hot Buns. It's the show with hot wings and even hotter buns. And hosts.
Oh, thank you.
Nick, how are you with spiciness?
I usually order mild burritos from Burrito Boys.
We're both gonna be shitting ourselves.
Yeah, literally, my butthole is going to be on fire later. So, Emily, for our first question, describe for me your soul.
At one point, I thought kind of like what made me up was my patterns in life, but I don't think I believe that anymore. I'm quite calm. I'm a Capricorn.
This is some Frank's Red Hot.
So Nick, you're known for being quite an adventurous guy.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, both with your travels and with your fantastical ideas.
Wow, thank you. Oh my god.
What over the course of your life has been your most proud adventure?
I basically decided to walk from Augusta Street to my house on the Dundas border barefoot. I had a lot of revelations about my life. I would sit in front of people's suburban houses and then imagine myself living that person's life. And it was as if I saw the world through many different eyes, and I realized that there's so many lives living in the city, and this environment is so diverse. So that's probably that over all the travel adventures was probably the coolest thing that I've done. All right. Cholula would be, I think this would be a pretty good depiction of an adult version of me and Emily's child if we were to conceive one. All right, question number 2. So talk about a memorable dream from your childhood.
Absolutely, got it. When I was about 5 or 4 or 6, one of those times, and the chicken's really getting out of teeth now.
Yeah.
I dreamt that I was at my family's camping area that we usually go to, called Bon Echo. I was in a Diddy Kong plane. You know
what was that?
In the racing game, they had either you could choose a car, a plane, or this hovercraft boat thing. And basically, I was in this little one-person plane, and then I fell out of the plane, and I fell through the sky and landed in the water, and knew at that exact moment that I died, but I could see fish swimming by. But that's the one, dying in my dream when I was 5.
I forgot that you were talking about a dream, and I was just that's pretty crazy that you were flying around in a Diddy Kong plane at camp. I want to go there.
Honestly, you probably should invest in that. Nick, over the past year, I've really come to know your love of artists such as Michelle Branch, Alanis Morissette, and Vanessa Carlton. If you were to perform a normal doctor-to-patient checkup on any one of them, or another popular female pop artist, which one would it be and why?
I feel like Michelle Branch just has so many interesting things to say. She would be here's all the things that are stressing me out in my life, and here's all my emotions all at once, and I would just be so into that. I would just be listening to her being wow, thank you.
Would you be telling her to breathe or
yeah,
just
throwing
breathe?
some puns
yeah.
just breathe. I want to explore her life the most out of any female pop star, I would say. Is that weird?
No, I asked the question, so I was expecting a result, you know?
Yeah. I'm feeling really good. I feel like this is I'm gonna cruise through this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm exactly at the same spot. But I feel like right about here is where we're both just gonna be ha!
Yeah.
Whoo! Okay.
Hoo-ah.
Oh yeah.
So if hypothetically there was an invasion of crab people from outer space, and they had crazy crustacean claws for hands that were strong enough to break rocks, how would you defend yourself in the impending crustacean person to human war?
Ooh, okay. This one picks up a little bit. How would I defend myself?
How's this spice?
I let that one sit too long.
It's a slow burner.
They're crab people or crab beings? There's crabs.
I imagine them as anthropomorphic crabs. So they're just it's almost like that creature from Powerpuff Girls, or It was like the thing with like
The evil man.
Yeah, the evil dude who was like woo, and then he had like the
I feel
crowd
like they might
applause.
have been transgender.
I know they were like low key.
Yeah.
Totally
I
transgender.
think there was like I saw an article about that.
It was like the early 2000s. They couldn't come out and be like.
Of course, they were the evil person.
Yeah.
Trying to instill it in our minds.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking Trump. Trump was trying to do it.
He was just writing the episodes.
Yeah. Okay. First off, how many were there?
Well, like there was 7 billion like crustacean crab people. Like in the like one for every person, and it's like a war, and like you're not even like a soldier. Like you're just like trying to like defend your own life or your
Like a
house.
zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
I would go to a cave somewhere. Just like get off the map. Or I would just get my family, get all my loved ones, bring them to a cave, bring the necessities. I wouldn't try to, like if they came for me, I'd try to fight, but I wouldn't just go out willy-nilly being like, give me a claw hands. That's not my style.
Just trying to like box them.
Yeah. Well, I'd bring stuff to fight, but that wouldn't be my go-to.
Oh, that's crazy.
One of your oldest and dearest friends is our shared friend, Nigel Cruz. Throughout your life, what has surprised you most about him?
This is really spicy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. When I was like 6, I couldn't write at all. Like I could barely like write anything, much less draw. And Nigel would like pull out these etch a sketches, and he could etch a sketch like a perfect Tyrannosaurus. Like he wouldn't draw. Like he would like he would like write it on the etch a sketch, and it was insane. It was like absolutely perfect. I remember just like my stupid like drawing of the sun that was just like a circle, and with like lines coming out of it, and then just looking over and seeing like his works. And I was just like, man, this guy is incredible.
Did it like infuriate you, or like were you just like, fuck, man?
I'm sure there was a moment where I was so like jealous. I was like, I'll never draw like this. Like this is amazing. But I was also like in awe mostly, just being like, this guy is like insane. So I'm always continuously impressed, not only with Nigel's heart, but originally with his drawing abilities, and still am to this day. What is the closest that you've ever come to dying?
This is way tastier. Pretty good. I was also at a camping resort, maybe the same one as Bon Echo, and I think I went to the washroom and I had a granola bar in my hand, and I had to walk through a campsite to get to the washroom that wasn't my campsite, and on the way back, something happened. And my sister came running back to my parents because she witnessed what happened. And was like, oh my god, a dog's trying to eat Emily's granola bar. And my parents were like, oh, I guess we should go help her out. And they come to it and see that the dog is on a chain and has like wrapped himself around my neck with the chain, trying to get the granola bar. And I'm like a toddler at this point. I'm like 4 years old or something. I'm like 4. And so like I was almost like choked to death by the dog.
Wow, holy cow. What happened? Like, did they rescue you?
No, I died.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you've been a ghost ever since?
Yeah. Nick, some of your fans may not know this, but you happen to be a player and lover of Dungeons and Dragons. If you were to design a love interest for your character, Vansworth the Boob Fox, Ascot Keeper, what would this individual look like and be? How would they act?
So D&D is pretty much like probably the nerdiest game of all time. And my character is this 23-year-old, morbidly obese, like bard who's also like 4 feet tall. Okay. And he's basically just like obsessed with sex because he's never had sex before, and like he's really curious. So he's just kind of constantly trying to chase like these girls, and he just ends up being like super awkward and stuff. So I feel like that in many ways is just like who I was for a long time, like just like this super awkward dude. And I love just revisiting that in this character occasionally and just playing it up. It's honestly a lot of fun.
Yeah. But who would his love interest be?
Oh, who's my love
interest? Yeah.
As a character?
Yeah.
Probably like the whole world, but like specifically, I would imagine like someone who looks just like him. Like if he were to find like and eat like just literally himself, but a lady, then that would be like his dream come true. All he really wants out of life is just like someone who's like who's spicy. Someone who's
that's spicy?
Yeah, this one's like better. This one's way better than
yeah.
Yeah, the Yuka.
It's got a little bit of heat to it.
The Yucateco, that was wrecking me.
Get in that milk game, though.
So I think this is a common question that I often ask people. Let's assume you can magically transform a food into... How's that one feeling?
Pretty good.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Assume you can magically transform a food into a person and then have a relationship with that person.
A sexual.
It could be like a sexual relationship, it could be like an emotional relationship, kind of like a long-term type deal.
Okay.
What food would you choose to turn into a person, and why? Like, what food kind of calls out to you as being a good romantic partner?
I would say like a dilly bar from Dairy Queen.
But
like,
a dilly bar.
They're like the round chocolate covered ice cream circles, but like I don't think I'd want to have sex with one because I don't think that would be. It's a pretty big circle. Emotionally though, I feel like it'd be pretty comforting for me, and like that's ultimately. I feel like that's ultimately what you want. Just like some comfort, you know? At the end of the day, you just want to be comforted.
Nice. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Nick, referencing the time you famously shot just off the beaten path of a nearby wooded trail, if you had to have any person happen upon you while this was happening, who would it be and why?
So yeah, for some background, I was working in a children's hospital and I caught gastroenteritis, like the stomach flu, from I think like a little baby who like was just covered in poo and I had to like assess them. So I think I got a little bit of virus, like washed my hands and everything, but like probably a trace somehow got inside my body. And then I was on the trail and I couldn't make it home. So this is probably it's 11 o'clock at night. It was pitch black. There's no lights or anything. And I just ended up having diarrhea on the side of this trail. And at any moment, a person could have just like been like right beside me.
And if it had to be anyone?
It would be Terry Tate's The Office linebacker, and he would just come out of nowhere and just like have like some ridiculous line. He'd be just like, "Oh, you doing that, poo?"
What are we doing?
So.
What? Blazing, right? Okay,
Right,
yeah.
Blazing. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna ask you, as you eat the swing, to do some accents for me. Oh my god, just went right for it. Alright, so let's do your Swedish accent.
Hold it. Oh god. Swedish? How are you doing? I just went to the mall and bought some lingonberries. That's Swedish. They do that.
Alright.
If I could have some grapes, that'd be great. You're like a spit bucket.
Yeah. Do a Minnesotan accent.
Oh, the Minnesota was just down there last week. It was got some cheese and just had the whole family over. It was real nice. real nice.
Valley girl.
Oh my god, I'm gonna shit my pants. Nick. Here on Hot Buns, we do a segment called Draw That Gram, where we take a deep dive into your Instagram and get you to draw out and explain exactly what's happening in one of these 3 images. You can choose. So we have this one, we got this one, or this one. Which one do you choose?
Do I actually draw them?
You have to draw and explain what's happening.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about getting shit dirty.
I'll do the blowing one.
The blowing, okay.
So this is me and Ahmed. I think we're it's one of us in Montreal. I'm a specimen. This is a really good showcase of our symmetrical gazes together. So this is basically Ahmed was having some trouble with the black hole in his body.
As he often does.
He was just like, oh, sometimes when I blow, it helps me get the spirits out of my hole. And I was like, yeah man, let me just try to conjure that spirit out of your belly button as well. And so out of this black hole, like the spirit started emanating out, and it was just like, oh, and like I was just like, no, and I just made that like exact mouth movement, and that's exactly what I'm doing in this.
To fight the spirit.
To fight the spirit. That's how you put it back inside.
He does this how often though?
Every day. I just have to go to Toronto like, every day.
Do you know like what would happen if you didn't do that?
Well, it would probably become the size of New York City and then engulf the planet. I think. I feel like drunk. This is
There's no bottle in between, but it doesn't need to be there because it has nothing to do with the meaning and the power and the passion. Does this have habanero in it?
That's made from habaneros, yeah. Oh, the blood is rushing into my body.
Are you ready? Body in a movie. Oh, I was singing the body song. Okay, fuck me up.
Alright, so for this one we're going to do some word associations.
Okay.
So I'm just basically going to say a word and you're going to say the first word that comes into your head.
Don't smell. Oh, fuck. No.
So basically I'm just going to say a word, say the first word, don't even think about it, just like say it. Alright, you ready? Alright. Djibouti.
Ahmed. I need grapes.
Oh god. Oh yeah. This is really intimidating. I don't know what to expect from this one. The devil, his portal to this world is through this sauce. The flames of hell are coming up through this like bottle. This is what happens to you when you're a bad person and you die. You experience a mega death and you go to the ender world and have to drink this sauce all day long.
Holy fuck.
Continue with our word association.
Yeah.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Peduncle.
Ahmed. Again.
Jabroni.
Milo pony.
Martiponia.
Mascarpone cheese.
Chalupas.
South America.
Nostralicious.
My nose!
Cholecystectomy.
Oh, that's something you would know.
Mucus cabucus. It's just that. That's like
me. Nick, now everyone knows your love of discovering new food or new drinks in towns you visit. If you were to create your own food and drink establishment, where would it be and what would it consist of?
Yup.
It's like what kind of city, a province, a country? Like food kinds.
Like where would it be?
Where would it be? What would it consist of?
So, wow. Alright. Okay. So it would be a restaurant facility. It's basically suspended in the air.
Love it.
By 4 helicopters. And they're each holding onto one corner of the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then to get there, you have to also...
Yes, we got a hiccup.
Wow. I have to also board a helicopter. And
just know it gets better.
Thank you. Oh wow. You have to board a helicopter to get up there, and they basically serve peanut butter and jam sandwiches and shots of whiskey.
Like price range though, I feel like it'd be quite.
It'd be pretty expensive to get the helicopters. Yeah. It would be a Michelin star place for sure.
Absolutely. Like any specific chefs that you'd have there, or like?
Eddie Huang.
Yeah.
And my mom.
Like who else would you want? Really, that's perfect.
Those two. I'm getting lightheaded. See the singing break?
Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
My whole body's tingling. Like, no, thank you.
Just like get that sexy pushback. We're on like Fear Factor right now.
Yeah, this is like a Fear Factor challenge. You have pretty full lips, like normally.
Thank you.
But now they're even fuller. You're like Angelina Jolie right now.
Angelina Jolie. Ooh, get that spicy flavor. That's a fucking punk ass band name if I've ever heard. So here on Hot Buns, we do a honorary last dab on our wings, just to really end off the night. Oh God.
Oh, that was a big dab. Oh.
Here we go.
Okay.
Fuck, that's a perfect fucking. Look what the fuck I did. Oh, fuck me up.
Cheers.
Cheersies. I took it down.
I hit a vein of spice.
I took it down.
It was spicy. Oh yeah.
There's so much saliva in my mouth right now. I can't do anything.
Emily,
Fuck.
if you were to think back to all of the most memorable experiences in your life and the things that give you pleasure, what would you say gives your life the most purpose?
What gives me the most purpose in life? Love and self-improvement.
Nice.
Nick, final question of the night. Dolly Parton. What's with her hair?
I think, like, at one point, she just, like, had the best sex of her life. And then she was like, I just have the best sex here right now, I'm not going to change it. And then she just never watched it again.
Who would? Ah! Good.
Dive bomb! Alright,
We fucking did that shit.
gonna promote my friend Anmal's radio show at, oh my god, that all just hit me at once.
It fucking did.
That'd be Anmal Strong. My friend Anmal's show at UBC, he's a community radio show host there. He's starting his second show. He's a really good radio show host, and check out his stuff.
That's awesome.
I don't know what time it's on, but his name is Anmal Lambda.
Well, that's been Hot Buns. Again, I'm Emily Rodger, and this is...
The person who got hit all at once with that last one.
Alright. We're
I'm
good.
Nick Parle, aka Johnny Fever, who's getting a fever from these sauces. Oh my god.
Wow, good job, guys.